Welcome. If you suffer from back or shoulder pain, today's practice, Bayside back relief and heart melter, is the vinyasa flow for you. With targeted postures in those areas, I promise you will feel better by the end of this class. Grab your water bottle and meet me on your mat. Let's begin seated at the back of our mats, sitting on our feet with our knees together, and the hands are resting gently on our laps. Begin to move the weight forward on top of your knees, tucking the toes under, and then sitting back on top of your heels for a gentle toe stretch. Inhale, concave the belly. Send the arms forward as the navel pulls into the spine. Arms continue to flow as they reach up to the sky. Now let go of the breath as you exhale, sending the arms back, bringing you into a gentle back bend. Letting go of the arms, inhale, curving the spine, sending the arms forward, flowing through, reaching up. Exhale, gentle release. Let's do this again. Inhale, pulling that navel into the spine, filling our lungs with positive, bright energy. Exhale, letting go of what no longer serves you. Let it all out. On your next breath in, you reach the arms up towards the sun, holding your breath for a few moments at the top. And on your exhale, allow the hands to fall into prayer position, down towards your heart. Transfer your weight onto your knees to untuck the toes, and then sit back down on top of your heels, releasing the hands. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky one more time. And on your exhale, keep a flat back and gently begin to lower your body down into child's pose, Balasana. If you have a hard time quieting your citta vritti, your wandering mind during practice, focus on this breathing pattern. Breathing into your nose for 4, and then breathing out of your mouth for a count of 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and keep the rhythm going throughout your practice. You may recognize a sense of meditation, a sense of oneness with your body. Now begin to push the hips forward, moving the weight up onto your hands, tabletop position, Balasana, and let's begin some cat-cows. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chin up towards the sky, and exhale, curving the spine, drawing in the navel towards your back. Inhale, dropping the belly, tilting the tailbone. Exhale, breathing all of the air out of your lungs. Inhale, breathe deep, drop the belly, looking up. Exhale, curving the spine. Now begin some small circles with the spine, curving up through cat and dropping through cow, moving the body clockwise. And then reverse that movement. Moving in the opposite direction, small circles, inviting movement into the spine, small relaxing stretches, waking up our digestive system. Then find stillness in your tabletop. Extend your right leg towards the back of your mat And then slowly begin to lift it up off the ground, along with your left arm, into bird dog pose. Let's invite movement by moving the left arm out to the side, as long as your right leg out to the right side, and then moving it back into neutral. So inhale, moving it out to the side, engaging the core, and exhale, moving it back into neutral, parallel position. Inhale, slightly moving it out. You may feel this in your glutes, but keep going. Don't let them drop. Exhale, back to neutral. Keep holding it here in your Dandayamana Balasana. Bring a bend into the right knee, reaching the left arm back to grab the foot, and then push the right foot up. We are now in a half bow variation pose. You will feel this as an arch in the back, a tightening stretch in the glute, and toning sensation in the thigh, along with a nice open stretching sensation along the chest, the shoulders, and the heart. Engage your core. You're doing an amazing job. Now slowly release the arm back down to your mat, straightening out the right leg, and then bringing it back into tabletop position. Great job. Let's move on to the other side, extending the left leg, lifting it off the ground, and extending the right arm off the ground, back into our bird dog pose. Bringing movement, moving them out to the side with an inhale, and back to neutral with an exhale. Engaging our core. Keep going. A little ab workout never hurt anybody. Don't let them touch the ground. You're doing wonderful. Exhale, come back into parallel. Hold it there. Remember your breath. In for 4, out for 4. Bring a slight bend into that left leg, reaching back with the right hand, and then pushing out of that left leg, foot up to the sky, opening that right shoulder, opening that heart. With each exhale, see if you can push that left foot up towards the sky just a little bit more, deepening your bow pose. Ardha Dhanurasana. You're doing an amazing job. Now slowly release the hand back down to the mat, extending the left leg, bringing it back down into your tabletop position. Tucking the toes under, begin to slowly push back and extend the knees into your downward facing dog, flipping the tailbone. You want to feel as though you are sticking your bum up towards the sky. Begin to walk it out. You may feel a bit of tension here in our first downward dog of the practice. Coming up to each tippy toe and stretching out one leg at a time. Allow the head to rest freely. Coming up onto both tippy toes, and then sending the heels back down towards the mat, grounding yourself. How far can you extend your knees at this moment? Recognize where you are and come to peace. Looking up towards the front of your mat, bending the knees, step hop or jump your feet in towards your hands, coming into forward fold, and gently begin to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae into your standing mountain pose, neutral position. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, arms reach up to the top of the trees, the top of the mountains. Exhale, keeping a flat back, begin to dive forward. into forward fold, grabbing the ankles for a moment. Inhale, come up halfway. Step hop or jump back into plank position, releasing the knees, the toes, hips, chest, chin. Now gently release the hands and elbows, reaching the arms out in front of you. We are going to begin a back toning exercise. Center yourself and release the head down to your mat. Take a nice deep inhale. You're going to gently begin to lift the feet and the hands off of the ground, bringing a back bend into play, and release. Hands and feet meet the ground once more. Inhale. Inhale, gentle back bend into your locust pose. Exhale, release. Once more, inhale, reaching forward, reaching up into your Shalabhanasana, and exhale, release. Now slowly begin to bend the right knee and take the right hand, reaching back to grab the foot, pushing through the left arm, left shoulder to keep the upper body up. You will begin to feel this variation of half bow pose along your shoulder, your glute, your hip flexor, and your psoas. If you are feeling uncomfortable or tense in this position, remember to use your breath as a tool. Inhaling, sending that positive energy down to that section of your body, and exhaling all that no longer serves you. Gently release the right foot and bringing the right arm back in front of you, and then taking the right arm out to the side. As you bend the left knee, bringing it up and over towards the right side of your mat. This pose is a great shoulder release, along with a subtle back twist. Play with the positioning of that left foot by bringing it either up and down towards the right side, and you will feel it in different areas of your back. So find what you need most in this moment. Next exhale, begin to gently come back over into neutral position on your mat. Hands once again reach out in front of your mat. As we move into our half bow pose on the other side, bending the left knee, grabbing the left foot with the left hand, pushing out of that right shoulder to keep the upper body up. That foot in close to your bum as far as you can. The more you pull, the deeper the stretch. Release the foot, allowing the leg to extend. Left arm reaches out to the left side of your mat, bending the right knee and allowing it to fall up and over towards that left side. Pushing up and out of that right shoulder. Stretching the left shoulder, the left side body of your back in a subtle twist. And once again, play around with your foot. Thing about yoga is that it's different for everybody. Everything feels different, and you just need to know what works for you. For that is all that matters in your practice. Release, bringing the body into neutral. Hands reach up in front of you. Bending both knees in towards the bum this time. You're going to lift both shoulders and hands up off the ground, and then gently release back down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, release. Inhale, engage those back muscles. Exhale, release. Reach both of your hands back to grab each corresponding foot and push out of each glute, bending the back, stretching the shoulders into full bow pose, Dhanurasana. Keep pushing through the glutes, up and out. You've got this. Now release. Allowing the head to drop down to the floor, letting go of the feet. Tucking each toe under, bringing the hands near your rib cage, bending the elbows, and pushing back into Child's Pose, Balasana. Bringing some relief to the spine as you rest in the opposite direction. Inhale, begin to move slowly back into tabletop position, tucking the toes under and pushing back into downward facing dog, tailbone flipped up. Heels are trying to touch the ground. Gently pick up the right foot, moving it forward in between your hands, reaching the arms up towards the sky, Crescent Lunge. Let's bring some eagle arms into play, bending each elbow right over left. And if you would like, you may take a slight back bend. This is a great stretch for the shoulders and the upper back. Now release the hands back down towards the mat. Right arm reaches up towards the sky in a twisted lunge as you begin to heel toe the right foot out towards the outer edge of your mat. For an extra challenge, come up onto the ball of that foot on the right side, reaching the right arm back if you can. Deepening our twist and hip stretch and lunge. With an exhale, bring the right arm back down to meet the mat. And inhale, reaching back. Filling the lungs with fresh air. Exhale, bringing the arm back down. One more time, inhale. Reaching back, opening up the chest and the shoulders. Offering our heart up to the sky. Now exhale. Release the arm back down towards the mat. Picking up the right foot and sending it back into plank position as you tilt the pelvis and bring the body back into downward facing dog. Try to fully extend the knees this time if you can, sending the chest towards your thighs, resting the jaw, relaxing the face muscles. Picking up the left foot this time, bringing it in between the arms, lifting the arms up towards the sky, Crescent Lunge, sending the hips down towards the mat, deepening your position as far as you can. Now inviting eagle arms, left elbow over right. Allowing a slight back bend if you are able to do so. Engaging the core to hold this position. Gently release the hands back down towards your mat As you open up the left arm towards the sky, begin to heel toe that left foot to the outer edge of the mat and coming up onto the ball of the foot if you can. Reaching the left arm back towards the right side as far as you can, opening up the shoulder. And then releasing the hand back down. Inhale. Reaching up towards the sky and the clouds, as if somebody is pulling your hand back from a string. Exhale, release. Inhale, fill up your lungs to the highest capacity, breathing in beautiful air. Breathing in life. Exhale, release the arm back down. Once more, inhale. Opening the chest, stretching out that left shoulder. Offering up our heart. Exhale, gently fold the arm back down, picking up the left leg, sending it back into plank, and then pushing back into downward facing dog. Reset your breath here. Remember your rhythm. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Looking up towards the front of your mat, bending the knees, step, hop, or jump the feet in towards your hands. Forward fold. Grabbing the feet, ankles, or thighs, pulling yourself in softly. Inviting a small bend to the knees. Exhale, see if you can pull yourself in a bit further. Hold it if you can. Bending the knees once more. Slowly begin to roll up by each vertebrae back into your neutral mountain pose. Inhale, taking another vinyasa, reaching up towards the mountaintops and the clouds. Exhale, flat back, begin to dive forward into your forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, hands reach for the ground, hop, step, or jump back into plank position. Hips, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana down towards your mat. Pressing out of the elbows with an inhale and into upward facing dog. Keeping the shoulders nice and open, nice and wide. Then arching the back, sending the tailbone back to your heels and into child's pose. Where is your mind right now? How are you feeling? Do you feel better than what you did at the beginning of this practice? Be mindful of where you are in your body, what you're feeling. On your next breath, begin to send the weight forward into tabletop position, evening out the weight onto each knee as you reach the arms forward as far as they can, allowing the chest to drop down towards your mat into puppy pose. Utthana Shishosana. You can allow the head to rest down on the mat or look forward if you can. Your chest doesn't have to be all the way down. Take this position as you may. This pose is a great relaxing back bend as well as a heart melter. Begin to bend the elbows as you push forward, dropping the hips. bringing the upper body up into Sphinx pose. Relaxing the glutes, recapturing our breath. Bringing the hands to the bottom of our rib cage, pushing into upward facing dog. Bend the right knee and slowly turn it over top of the left leg to the left side, and then push out of that foot, sending the hips up towards the sky, releasing the right arm over top of your head into Wild Thing position. Kamat Karasana. Ensure you're still breathing as you hold this position. And then gently begin to fold yourself back over into neutral onto your mat. Now bending the left knee, bringing the foot over to the right side, pushing up out of that foot, sending the hips back up towards the sky. Now opening up that left hand, reaching it over top of your head. You are powerful, you are beautiful, you are strong. Taking one last deep breath here, and on your exhale, begin to gently fold yourself back over, however you may need, down to that mat, back into upward facing dog. Send the tailbone back as you fold back into child's pose, neutral position. A nice back release. Take a nice deep inhale and begin to roll up through the spine into a seated position on top of your feet. Once you're there, let's take a deep inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky, collecting all of that beautiful pranic energy that we have created during this practice. Allowing the hands to fall into prayer, down towards our heart center, bringing that energy down and into our hearts. Release the hands. Let's do this again. Inhale. Thank yourself for all the amazing work you put in today. Hands fall down through prayer position in your exhale. Now place your hands on your heart. Feel that beautiful beating pranic life energy inside of you, letting you know that you are alive right now in this moment. We are all divine beings having a human experience, and if you are ever anxious, upset, or just need a reminder of how truly beautiful you are and this life is, you can always tap back into that energy, for it is always inside of you. That beating life force. Release the hands, inhale once more, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, your hands fall down to your third eye as you bow down to your heart. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.